for whatever reason, it's like they're always pitching this hint that you might win Album of the Year, which used to be a big deal. I don't think it's a big deal now. I watched 50, same shit. 50 did not win Best New Artist at the Grammys.
There was nothing bigger than.
Please do not ask me. My answer is no for 100 million years. Never again will I fucking go to the Grammy.
Popularly known as Eminem, as describes the Grammy vote and award as fake.
What if everything you believed about Jay-Z and Beyoncé's reign at the top of the music world was built on secrets, sabotage, and manipulation? Eminem just broke his silence on the dark truth about the Carter's grip over the industry. And 50 Cent, he's not holding back either. These two legends are done staying quiet, and the storm they're kicking up is unlike anything hip-hop has seen before. And just when you think this story couldn't get any worse, the truth takes an even darker turn.
First of all, that vote is fake as fuck. That's not a real vote. That's not a real vote. They give it to who they want to give it to. They give it to their darlings, the fucking, oh, this got critical acclaim, but it sold 2 records.
Let's start with the Super Bowl 2022. While most of us were enjoying a nostalgic halftime show, what we didn't know was the explosive drama playing out behind the scenes. 50 Cent later revealed that Jay-Z, who had ties with the NFL through Roc Nation, allegedly tried to prevent him from performing. In an interview with Drink Champs, 50 said, Jay told them the NFL had an issue with me, but I'm like, what's the issue? I'm a minority owner of a team, I've sold millions of records, and I've never even had beef with the NFL.
Harbor some energy towards me.
You think you were purposely left out of the ad?
No. I don't think, I think that they were saying the NFL had some issues with me that I don't know what those issues are.
The backstory, Jay-Z had entered into a controversial partnership with the NFL in 2019 after Colin Kaepernick's kneeling protests and blackballing from the league caused widespread backlash. Jay's company, Roc Nation, took over as the NFL's live music entertainment strategist, a move many viewed as an attempt to clean up the league's image while giving Jay massive industry leverage. So when the Super Bowl LVI halftime show rolled around, with Dr. Dre, Eminem, Snoop Dogg, Mary J. Blige, Kendrick Lamar, and eventually 50 Cent, some believe Jay-Z was calling the shots behind the scenes. And according to 50, that power was being used to keep him out.
Eminem called directly for 50. He said, I can't do it if I can't bring 50.
But the twist, Eminem wasn't having it. He reportedly told organizers, no 50, no Slim Shady. And just like that, Jay's alleged plan backfired. 50 appeared hanging upside down in homage to his iconic In Da Club video. The internet went wild, the performance went viral, but the drama was far from over. What 50 and Eminem revealed after the fact pointed to something much deeper than a concert snub. This wasn't just about a show, it was about power, about control, about Jay allegedly using his new NFL influence to gatekeep the very culture that made him. The fact that Eminem, one of the most respected names in the game, was willing to go to bat for 50 says everything. Behind the brotherhood and loyalty was a much larger concern, that the game was no longer being run by talent, but by politics, business deals, and gatekeeping elite. And just like that, the gloves came off. What was once private industry beef exploded into public domain, with millions watching. What the industry thinks, and here's where things really start to spiral. 50 Cent hasn't held back when it comes to Jay-Z, publicly calling him petty, calculated, and power-hungry. In multiple interviews, he's accused Jay of blocking major opportunities behind the scenes, from concert bookings to licensing deals. According to 50, this isn't just competition, it's sabotage. He once said, Jay-Z acts like he's for the culture, but really he's just for himself. He don't want to see anybody else win. And 50's not the only one sounding the alarm. Eminem has been a longtime critic of the music industry politics, especially the Grammys.
Jay helped you as a competitor.
I'm about to challenge. What the is 50 cents?
Explain it.
Yeah, because he never was someone that you communicate with that you like friends with the person. But I always respected him because he was never an actual competitor in actual fact. He was someone who was a competitor through perception. He continues to sustain his perception of him through eras of artists. Ja was selling more records than Jay-Z. Juvenile sold much more than that. A lot of these things sold more records than him, in the period that he still sustained some sort of move.
Yeah. Well, then
yes, that he was able to hold on to that. And then not, feeling that way, I mean, it's a part of how you carry yourself. You perceive yourself highly, you can project that energy and people can agree. Yeah.
That cop can't see his eyes. Who could it be? With that new blue Yankee on, who but me?
He's accused the Recording Academy of using artists like him for ratings while giving trophies to those with the right connections. In his own words, they hype you up, use your name in promos, then hand the trophy to someone else. It's not a celebration of music, it's a political game. But the most jaw-dropping claim? 50 Cent says Jay-Z's Grammy wins shot up after his marriage to Beyoncé. Before tying the knot, Jay had just 1 Grammy. After, nearly 20. And according to 50, that timing is no coincidence. He even joked, when Jay signed that contract with Beyoncé, that's when the trophies started rolling in. Fans have noticed it too, how Beyoncé has become the Grammy centerpiece. Front row, camera ready, and always heavily featured. And behind the scenes, Roc Nation's influence runs deep. From elite PR campaigns to silent lobbying, insiders say the Carters have award season on lock. So here's the bigger question. If this kind of favoritism is happening at the top, what does that mean for the rest of the industry? What about the artists grinding from the bottom, hoping their talent will speak for itself? The harsh reality is this: the game might not just be unfair, it might be completely rigged.
Well, that vote is fake as fuck. That's not a real vote. That's not a real vote. They give it to who they want to give it to. If I lose to fucking Kanye or someone that I'm like, okay, I respect that. I know who that is, and Kanye has a huge following and he's made a massive impact on music. But don't fucking get us all here to use your selling point for your fucking show and stiff everybody every single fucking time.
You think I give a damn about a Grammy? Half of you critics can't even stomach, let alone stand.
Don't ever ask me to fucking come here again. Please do not ask me. My answer is no for 100 million years. Never again will I fucking go to the...
50 and Eminem aren't the only ones calling out the Carters. The list of artists who've allegedly been sidelined or sabotaged by Jay-Z and Beyoncé is long and damning. Take Big L, a lyrical monster from Harlem and a key figure in Jay-Z's early come-up. Just when his career was about to explode, Big L was gunned down in 1999. His murder? Still unsolved. And some voices in the culture, like Jaguar Wright, have openly questioned if Jay benefited too much from Big L's absence. In the years that followed, Jay's career trajectory skyrocketed, leading to speculation that the timing was more than just coincidence. Big L had founded his own label, was building major momentum, and insiders say he was next up. Then there's DMX. The Rough Riders legend always said Jay was bitter and jealous. When Jay took over as president of Def Jam in 2004, things got personal. DMX claimed Jay shelved his project, Year of the Dog, again, and sabotaged its rollout. In interviews, X said, "Jay didn't want me to shine. He took over the label and tried to bury me." The tension got so bad that DMX left Def Jam entirely, saying the environment became toxic and untrustworthy. And Beanie Sigel, same story, different playbook. Every time Beanie dropped an album, Jay-Z released one right on top of it. Fans began to notice the pattern. Beanie once said, "Every time I had a project, Jay dropped right on top of me, like clockwork." Despite their shared history at Rockefeller, Beanie felt strategically suppressed, as though Jay wanted to limit his commercial success to maintain dominance. But it doesn't end there. Other former Rockefeller artists like Freeway and Memphis Bleak have hinted at similar treatment, being kept just below the ceiling, never fully allowed to break out. And then there's Jaguar Wright, a former collaborator and backup vocalist for The Roots, who has become one of the most vocal critics of the industry. She's accused Jay-Z and Beyoncé of silencing artists and manipulating the narrative to erase anyone they see as a threat.
Beyoncé is losing hundreds of thousands, millions of followers every day. And she still hasn't said anything, just pretending like life is great in Paris. These are criminals. So is Jay-Z. The proof is there.
Jaguar claims the industry is full of unspoken deals and silent blacklists, and that the Carters have mastered the game. All these voices, all these stories, scattered across years, paint a picture that's hard to ignore. If even half of it is true, then the Carters' legacy may not just be about musical talent. It may also be about strategy, suppression, and staying on top no matter the cost. It's not just men who felt the heat from Beyoncé's alleged industry power. Several female artists claim their careers were quietly derailed after crossing paths with her. In 2022, Kellis accused Beyoncé of using her milkshake sample on Energy without consent, calling it theft. Her frustration sparked a wider convo. Even successful black women can be disrespected, sometimes by other powerful women. Then there's Carrie Hilson, whose career plummeted after a rumored Beyoncé diss. Hilson says label execs pressured her into it, and when she refused to back down, the industry turned on her. She was booed, blacklisted, and disappeared from the charts. Amerie's breakout, hit One Thing, led to massive buzz, but shortly after, her producer shifted focus to Beyoncé. Fans believe Amerie's sound laid the foundation for Crazy in Love. Her rise stalled. Whispers of sabotage grew louder. Mia collaborated with Jay-Z, then suddenly lost momentum. Aaliyah's tragic death even sparked theories it cleared the path for Beyoncé's solo reign. And Jaguar Wright has openly accused the Carters of blacklisting anyone seen as a threat. The most chilling claim? Uncle Ron, Beyoncé's former bodyguard, said he knew how she stepped on too many people to stay on top. After speaking out, he reportedly died from pneumonia, a twist that only fueled conspiracy. Whether coincidence or calculated control, the pattern is disturbing. Rising female voices faded, while Queen Bey's star kept rising.
Turns out that last month, Uncle Ron passed away, and it only came to light a few days ago. Now, if you're not familiar with Uncle Ron, he's a former bodyguard of Diddy, and his TikTok account blew up because he was spinning all kinds of tea about Beyoncé, Jay-Z.
The Grammy hypocrisy, the final blow, the hypocrisy. At the 2023 Grammys, Jay-Z shocked viewers when he called out the very institution honoring him. While accepting the Dr. Dre Global Impact Award, he blasted the Recording Academy for repeatedly snubbing Beyoncé. She has more Grammys than anyone and never won Album of the Year. That doesn't work, he said. The moment went viral, some applauding his stand, others calling it calculated, a PR move to redirect attention from growing scrutiny around the Carters' influence in the industry. Then came 2024. Just 1 year later, Beyoncé finally won Album of the Year for Cowboy Carter. But instead of celebration, fans were suspicious. The same Grammys that allegedly shut her out for years suddenly changed their tune. Right after Jay's public critique, social media erupted. Was it a well-deserved win, or was the Academy simply trying to keep one of its most powerful couples happy? The Recording Academy's shady history didn't help. Secret committees, insider politics, racial bias. And now, this sudden reversal only deepened fans' distrust. For 50 Cent and Eminem, this moment was confirmation. They've been saying it for years. Awards don't always reward talent. They reward relationships. Eminem has long accused the Grammys of using artists for promo, then handing awards to those with the best connections. Now fans are starting to ask the same question. Is the Carters' throne built on merit or manipulation? To really understand how deep this goes, we've got to take a step back. Because when you look at the bigger picture, a chilling pattern begins to form. One that connects influence, power, and strategic silence over decades. It starts in 1999, when Big L, one of Harlem's most promising lyricists, was tragically murdered. Just as he was gaining major momentum and aligning with Rockefeller, his life was cut short. The case remains unsolved to this day. And right after that, Jay-Z's solo career began to soar, filling a gap that many fans believe Big L might have dominated. Then in the early 2000s, Jay-Z became president of Def Jam. That move sparked backlash from within.
Staying at Def Jam, yeah, so I decided to stay with Def Jam. You know, Cam, he kind of wanted me to go to Koch at the time. So as I get there, you know what I mean, Jay-Z's in the office, you know, he's the executive. You know what I mean, and Jay-Z has a little, you know what I mean, not me, Jay-Z and Cam had their tension, you know what I'm saying? Which of course me, I'm Dipset, I'm always gonna ride for my side. You know what I'm saying? So I was a little skeptical, but you know, he is the president. I'm like, all right, cool, I'm always going.
DMX claimed Jay shelved his album and sabotaged his rollout. Beanie Siegel echoed the same, saying every time he dropped music, Jay dropped something to overshadow him. Both believe Jay was using his new power to block competition, even from artists he once stood beside. By 2008, Jay-Z married Beyoncé, and everything changed. Grammy wins started piling up, not just for him, but for both of them. Before their marriage, Jay had only a handful. After, nearly 20, and whispers began circulating that their relationship wasn't just romantic, it was strategic, a power move that unlocked new levels of industry control. In 2011, singer Carrie Hilson disappeared from the spotlight. After allegedly refusing to publicly support Beyoncé during a press run and releasing a song fans interpreted as a diss, she was booed at concerts, blacklisted from major events, and quietly faded from the charts. She later admitted she felt vilified by the industry. Between 2012 and 2016, more female artists began to go quiet. Amory, known for her hit One Thing, vanished after her sound was allegedly repurposed for Beyoncé's Crazy in Love. Mia, who once collaborated with Jay-Z, saw her career lose momentum without explanation. Insiders and fans began to wonder, was their proximity to the Carters doing more harm than good? Fast forward to 2019, and Jay-Z makes a power move outside of music, partnering with the NFL. That deal gave him serious influence over the league's live entertainment, including control over the Super Bowl halftime show. It was a move that would cause major tension later on. In 2022, 50 Cent revealed that Jay allegedly tried to block him from performing at the Super Bowl. According to 50, Jay told organizers the NFL had an issue with him, but Eminem stepped in, reportedly telling producers, "No 50, no Slim Shady." That demand kept 50 in the show, but also exposed what many believed was Jay's attempt to keep rivals out of the spotlight. Then came 2023. Jay-Z took the stage at the Grammys, criticized the Academy for snubbing Beyoncé, and made headlines everywhere. Just 1 year later, in 2024, Beyoncé finally won Album of the Year for Cowboy Carter. But instead of celebration, fans were suspicious. After years of being overlooked, was the win genuine or a response to Jay's pressure campaign? And now, that timeline, those events, they don't prove guilt, but when you lay them out side by side, it paints a powerful picture. A story of strategic moves, silence, and control.
Everybody's strong! Guys, everybody really close!
And now that artists like 50 Cent and Eminem are speaking out, fans are starting to ask the question, what really goes on at the top of this game? The Kendrick factor. While the Carters face growing backlash, Eminem is focused on something else, his upcoming face-off with Kendrick Lamar at the 2025 Grammys. But there's no beef, just respect. In a Shade 45, M said, "Kendrick's going to sweep that sub, and he should." That one line says it all. M's always called out industry games, rigged awards, silent deals, and fake recognition. But with Kendrick, it's different. No alliances, no politics, just raw talent and authenticity. Kendrick is proof that real artistry still exists. If he wins, it'll mean something. If not, it only proves what M and 50 Cent have been warning us about, that the system is still broken, and real artists keep paying the price. Are Jay-Z and Beyoncé hip-hop royalty, or masterminds behind a long-running game of control? With 50 Cent and Eminem breaking their silence, the myth is cracking. These aren't bitter artists. They're legends exposing what others won't. Is this power or pure manipulation? The internet never forgets, and secrets don't stay buried. Is this the fall of the Carters, or just the beginning? Stay tuned. The next bombshell could drop any second.